Nigeria Info.
Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. My apologies, I was away for 2 days, and that's because my cousin, who some of you would know, Tom Disu, he passed away at the age of 72. He's my first cousin, and in fact, we are double cousins. So I was deeply involved in the arrangements, and I had to take some time off. May his soul rest in peace. He amongst the schools he went to at the Methodist Boys High School, and we always had this argument about us being classmates at A levels, principally because actually we never met at the same time. I had to leave before he came in. We were the same set, and we had this joke. I'll miss him a lot. He's my cousin and my brother, so that's what happened. So let's get down to business. I have Mrs. Adeniyi here, Mrs. Vivo Adeniyi, the dreaded Mrs. Vivo Adeniyi for domestic offense violators. Morning, Mrs. Adeniyi. How are you? Sorry, you said come again.
Morning, sir.
I can't. Oh, is that one? Okay. Is your mic on? So,
yes. Can you
yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So sorry for your loss.
Well, it's all of us go one by one. That's where that is. The Bible actually gives you 3 scores and 10. So he hit the mark and had a 2-year bonus. So we're going to talk about red flags in relationships.
Yes, sir.
This is very, very important, and I'd like all of us to listen carefully, especially younger people. What are the red flags that you should look out for in a relationship? Red flag means, just in case you don't know, what are the things you need to look out for your partner that should make you bold, like Sheriff would say, let you run into the bunker. Okay, Mrs. Adeniyi, take us through the red flags that we need to look out for.
Okay. So first of all, thank you again.
Oh yes,
Always
I know.
A privilege.
Oh no, I'm your. It's only that when you're appointing your ambassadors, you leave me behind.
In fact, I even have your purple ribbon.
I have a purple ribbon.
Yes, I'll present it at the end.
Okay.
If you oblige.
All right. Bring out your cameras, everybody. Okay, please go on.
Okay, sir. So as you rightly said, red flags refer to warning signs.
Yes.
That indicates, potentially harmful or abusive patterns of behavior. And, when we speak with survivors of domestic violence, at least 60-70% of them will tell us they saw the signs.
Yes.
But maybe for one reason or the other, they thought that the person would change. God will use them to change the person. Or maybe invitation cards had already been sent out.
Yes.
And, there's a shame stigma associated with calling off an engagement. So some of the red flags typically include jealousy. They thought they saw with authority. That is possessiveness. So I'm sitting with uncle immediately. There's no evidence. There's not that you come up with theory. You're just so possessed and you do control. So that
also, is it based on gender? Of fellow syndrome.
Fellow syndrome, yes. There's one that a gentleman reported actual delay. So why was he said when they have argument house, it's verbal, no fiction. What time they are arguing in house, she thinks she will keep plates, go to the parlor, break the TV, take laptop, smash it. So he was like, okay, not seeing me. She's dropped it. So is it something I should just act as if not? Should I just sit? So we have to tell him it's not a red, crimson. That's
but
a major red flag.
This Othello syndrome, can it be handled?
So if I meant it has to be referred to a clinical and technical cause and assessment and physical element. Such people
Yes.
So it's a real issue. Also called graduate delusion. When the person thinks more highly of self. So they are talking to you and they're like, you don't know it's a privilege for you to be married to me. The person doesn't have much. Do
you know who I am?
That's another issue. Then of course it's maybe a staff where they're getting money or house staff. It's an indication of how they treat you. Some people have said, he spoke to him during courtship.
Yes.
That's why would you be talking to him like that? And then she's self-reflecting. If you can't please, just
I think for you to. I don't blame you at that. But I think also you have people who can hide it. Yes. Some people know they have this feeling. They hide the day you see that ring.
That brings to the one which is quick involved. I always say this. I know that what God cannot do doesn't exist.
Yes.
But when a man says he wants to take tomorrow is possible, that's
What do they call
yes. But since situations where they quick involvement, that the person see who they really are. Right. You're going into marriage, you to know to the kind of person that about to commit.
Yeah, true.
You know, so quick involvement is also red flag. Then threats. Leave me, I'll kill myself, I'll kill you, I will burn down the house.
I will do my risk.
And you're thinking that how he won't do. That's a major red flag. You love somebody depends on you to person. You know, that's another red flag. So okay, he had it, so he don't he's so gentle. So he met a lady in the banking hall and dating, and during one day he just chips in, oh, get married, stop working. And she didn't talk to each other. Oh, maybe me up for some of that. And they're married, she has 3 children, 10 years, nothing. This is somebody that he met in the banking hall. Graduate, a professional. When people stand in such utterances, when we get married, we're talking, and there's no package,
plan.
no plan.
Okay.
It's right because one of the forms of domestic violence become abuse one thing, you know. So it's to note that all these different ones we've mentioned don't necessarily mean that, you know,
at all times,
but it's a pattern. When it's a pattern of behavior, then it becomes a red flag.
So when you notice these things, or is it manageable?
I think the first thing is when you notice them, first of all, don't be in denial. And I thought a lot of survivors are in denial. They think, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So when you notice them, address them. Communication. The thing that said, are you okay when you did work? Or the way you spoke to that staff. Why do you say that? You know, and then have a conversation. And if the outcome of that has left you even more troubled, then you need to take a decision.
There's another thing. Sometimes we find that when you're talking about yourself, they're not concentrating. Don't wait to think that's what happened. You have a spouse or whatever, and they don't talk about the problems you have.
They bring them.
She's not interested.
Exactly. That's another.
Or he's
flag.
Not interested.
Exactly.
Yes. And that can be very, very traumatic because don't think carefully, you won't know.
You won't know. But you think the person is also particularly while you're talking about something that is hurting you.
And it's also, I think you need to take a look at compassion. If you have a partner who doesn't have compassion or kindness, it is a disaster waiting to happen. Who cannot take a suicide, you they know who partner to the
damage. When you're speaking, it came to me. Okay, people that don't take responsibility.
That's the worst one.
They slap you is because you made me slap you. It's because you didn't put the food on the table at 6 p.m. It's because you didn't pick up the first time I called. Keep blaming the other for their own bad behavior. So victim mentality, responsibility.
Another flag is you will kill me today. Like that happens at the less common areas where the woman will just lock you.
Yes.
Say you will kill me today. Oh.
Yes.
Say you will kill. You know, and there's some people also. It's funny. People don't know that there's some people who play mind games.
Yes.
Sometimes they want to push you to
hit them,
or
to see how far you will go.
How far you will go, and there's so many things, Mrs.
And you know that also speaks to perhaps the socialization of that woman. It's possible that she saw that growing up. That is how her parents, you know, resolve conflicts. And you know, it just speaks to the point that when children are brought up in intimate partner violence, in abusive homes, it does more harm than good. Because it just reinforces that vicious cycle of abuse.
Is having too many friends a red flag? Somebody who is a groupie, you know, always with the boys or always wanting to be with the girls. Because I think that marriage is a commitment. Once you get married, you need to narrow down
your circle.
For obvious, because again, the world we are in today, you got to be very, very careful. You don't go and. So if you have somebody who cannot but always be with the boys or always be with the girls, don't you think that is a red flag?
It can be. It can
be. A groupie, yeah.
It can be. But I also think it depends on the person's personality. You know, there are some people that are, you know, extroverts. They are life of the party. They are socialites. I mean, that's their oxygen.
No, this groupie I'm talking about are those who, like, every day you're in the same WhatsApp group. Okay. They must be out. A party freak is a red flag.
Well, it also depends on the age of the person.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yes.
So, I mean, there are some things that you put away as you grow up. There are some childish things you put away. But if as that, maybe, let me not say what I'm about to
say. Say it. I don't know. We're here to lecture people. Reality check.
A 50-year-old man or a 50-year-old woman, you want to club Monday to Sunday. And their children, you know, I don't want to appear or come across as being judgmental. But it's important that we realize that we may be setting up our families for destruction.
Yes, I think, for example, when you've gotten to a point you have kids, there are also things that you do. You must have a partner who is family conscious.
Yes.
I can't do things like this. If you smoke, you can't be smoking in front of your children.
Or
Or drinking heavily in front. You never know which way it would influence them. You can't be talking to your children in bed every Friday and Saturday and whatever and not know when to stop that. These are things that you can't do. I think that is also a red flag.
Another one
And
is
somebody who can make sacrifice. For example, if you're a man who you are always the one paying the bills, even when you go out, it would be nice. I think women, I'm sorry to say, we're being factual here. It would be nice sometimes if a wife would say that, look, listen, honey,
I've got this one.
I'll take this one. I've seen it happen to me before, and I know the good feeling that it gives you when you go out to a restaurant and so on and so forth, and your partner just taps on the hand. No, listen.
I've got this.
Don't worry, I'll take care of this one. You've struggled, appreciation.
Yeah, but it's also okay. I'm not holding brief.
What is also
on my agenda?
There is no also inside this one.
But if the woman is not empowered, if she doesn't
of course you would know. But look, for example, some people who are not empowered that come to. I remember cases we've had in the past with friends. Yes. A friend of mine actually had to ask another lady who came visiting, like, don't they sell banana in your area? He's a mad guy. Want to get a because this was, of course, when we were younger. Because I like there are some people who every time they come to visit you, they must hold something. Whether it's groundnuts, whether it's... So it's not the money, it's the thought. Oh, I bought a loaf of bread. You must have somebody who is participatory in thinking.
Yes.
Not just...
And sees you as a partner, not as a
ATM not as an ATM machine. Good morning, Feta. How are you? You should listen to this thing. You should listen to it. Yes, these are the red flags. These are the red flags you need to look out for in a relationship. You've missed the first half, but you will listen to the second. I have Mrs. Vivadeni here of the Lagos State Domestic Violence Agency.
Yes, sir.
I've gotten it right. And we are talking about so let's open up our lines. We can take one or two either questions or comments very quickly before we go on break and move into the second half that, of course, you all know is sponsored by Amstel Malta. So it's 9:20. I can take two reactions. Do I have a call? Yes, I do. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jibo.
Morning.
Good morning to you. Yes, this is Pastor Ladipo.
Yes.
Follow from Politico. You see, before anyone gets into any relationship,
yes,
the Bible says, pray and watch, or watch and pray. You see, you can't do one and leave the other.
Yes.
And you can't do the other and leave the other one. It is very, very important this time around. Don't say, brother, Spirit lead me to you. Sister, the Lord is seeing my wife. You must open your eyes, shine your eyes, watch out for every detail. It is important. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Okay, God bless you. And happy birthday in advance to Nigeria. October 1 on Tuesday is our Independence Day. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir. Yes, quickly. Who's
good morning, ma'am. Well done, ma'am.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just like Pastor Ladipo said, watch and pray. And because there are some people that you cannot know, they will hide everything. All they want to do is just when that ring comes in, then everything will open. And just to get you married and all that. So in this case, when it says watch and pray, I believe I'm a Christian. I believe you can ask God, who is this person? Show me who this person is. And if the person is hiding anything, somehow let him be exposed so that we can really see those things. You can't really know somebody except God really shows you.
Yes.
So when you pray, ask God to show you the real person. God has it showing us.
Well, I also believe that all of us have to learn to be discerning. And the amount of time we spend praying, we should allow time to be quiet. Listen to our voices. Madam,
trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts. God would help, undoubtedly. But there are very few tricks anybody can play if you are discerning and you are not in denial.
Or your judgment is not clouded.
It's not clouded because we've all been through this before. sometimes you always tend to focus on the positives. If people need to spend time thinking and think things out. That is why God gave us a brain. It's also the act of God. Not God will come down to now open your eyes physically. You need to take out time to think about your relationship. Look at the woman critically. The things that trouble you, don't overlook them. Just sit back. I think I should become a coach self. I think I should become a coach. Sit back, because for my age, I don't think it's too. I failed the class twice, so I don't think it's too much for me to say that I give myself credit as to how these things should be handled. In the past, in our younger days, you overlook some red flags.
Yes.
You overlook some red flags because sometimes, in some cases, because of your religious inclination. If, for example, you have somebody you can't make love to and enjoy what you're doing, it's a red flag. And you have to, or if she doesn't want it at all, it's a red flag. And if you think that, okay, because he's rich, he's good looking, she has good stepping and so on and so forth, and at night you are pushed to one corner, you might find yourself a miserable man or woman at the end of the day. Abimokuro?
At all, sir.
Let them hear you. Say I'm saying the truth. 9:25 almost. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll take the second half that I'll tell. Is sponsored by Amstel Malta. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. Daily Digest returns in a moment.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're of 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
My darling, are you ready to go back to school?
Yes, Mommy. I have everything I need. All that's missing is my favorite food to drink, Capri Sun.
Oh, what? No Capri Sun? We have to fix that right away.
Yay! And Mommy, every carton of Capri Sun now comes with a wristband ruler for school.
A wristband ruler?
Get a wristband ruler in every carton of Capri Sun as you go back to school. Terms and conditions apply.
Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
Imagine thinking you bought an unlimited data plan, but the next thing we hear is,
oh, this data has finished again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't buy a truly unlimited data plan.
Enjoy truly unlimited data with unlimited speed-based data plans from Airtel. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
You define better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both seem no go score at all. Oh yeah, we get better payout. Don't worry, we there for you. Our odd chabura out. In a day for bet baba. We win money, bet baba. Cash out today easy or bet baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, yeah. We get better bonus. Money me no dollar. Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help fuel your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you dey talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better
service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
I could tell you that Amstel Malta is made from premium quality ingredients, but you know this already. But what if I told you that Amstel Malta now has a new and improved taste? Want me to tell you what a cold glass of Amstel Malta now tastes like? Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta, be your best. I could tell you that Amstel Malta is made from premium quality ingredients, but you know this already. But what if I told you that Amstel Malta now has a new and improved taste? Want me to tell you what a cold glass of Amstel Malta now tastes like? Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta, be your best.
Welcome back. This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
You're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I have, and we are talking about the red flags in you need to look out for in relationships. And I have Mrs. Vivo Adeni of the Domestic Violence Agency, and we're also now joined by your late night experts on such matters. All of you know Uzo. Uzo has joined us in the studio. Morning.
Morning, sir.
I think I've heard you also talk about red flags on your program.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if you have one or two things to add.
Relationship red flags?
Yes.
Small rubbing of the cheek is red flag.
What is small rubbing of the cheek?
Just don't rub my cheek. If you rub my cheek in a violent manner, it's red flag.
Oh, really? As easy as that?
Yes, sir. If you rub my cheek in a violent manner, just what you did is, I don't like what you did, and it's in a violent manner is a red flag, because that small thing can escalate. Yes, it can escalate to you slapping me the next time. Yeah.
So, madam, what do you need to add to what you have said?
No,
I don't like it that I have two women now.
Sorry about that.
I feel cornered. You know?
Blessed are you amongst women.
Amongst women. It's one of the red flags.
It is.
If a man is a balogun, it's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. Okay, so from your experience at the agency,
Yes, sir.
what kind of domestic violence issues have you traced to red flags? Just give us an example of two.
I spoke about the gentleman that came to report
Yes.
that his girlfriend then,
Yes.
was smashing things. So that one eventually escalated.
He killed her?
No. I mean, she physically abused him. She went from just smashing things to now physically abusing him. Yes. So
Wow.
he came to report. So, when we were taking his history, he told us, to be truthful, she had been doing this during courtship.
Did you end the marriage?
No, we don't have the power to end.
No, I mean, did you recommend that they go apart?
So they both met with the alternative dispute resolution officer, and then based on what they wanted, both of them, it was recommended that they should be separated. But we also recommended them accessing counseling.
Counseling, yeah.
Does it help, really?
It does. I always say, Jimmy, nobody is born an abuser.
Yeah.
Abuse is a learned behavior that can be unlearned. If they are willing and they admit that there is a problem. And that's where we have issues. Because a good number of perpetrators are in denial.
Yeah.
But if it becomes a psychiatric issue like that,
yes.
what did you call it again?
Othello syndrome.
Othello. I thought it was So have you heard of Othello syndrome?
Yes,
before?
I have.
What does it mean to you?
Othello syndrome, what it means, it's still part of this, is a disorder. It's a mental disorder.
So if one partner has it, do you actually recommend that they split? Is it curable?
Curable, I can't say, but they can be apart and seek counseling.
Yes. It can be
because
managed.
it can be managed, but keeping them in the same place
is
not advisable. They can be apart, they can be separated while they are
working on themselves.
Working on themselves. After a while they can now decide to come together.
Yes.
It makes it easier if both of them admit that one of them has an
Othello
syndrome.
Yes.
Why do I keep thinking of Uganda? It makes it, because part of the problem is until the person who has that Othello syndrome admits that, okay, I have this problem.
A lot of people don't even know what it is.
Yes.
I'm hearing of it for the first time. I know that it exists, and that's why. And I think people, if you have an inkling that you have an Othello syndrome, you better seek for help and avoid certain kind of person.
Exactly.
You avoid people who are exposed to
trigger you.
That will trigger you. For example, if you're a man and you want to, you say you get now, she's highly exposed. If you know that you can't take, it happens to, or if you're a woman, you can't deal with highly exposed people. You can't marry a musician. You can't marry somebody who is popular in the job and so on and so forth, because you'll have a permanent headache for life. Okay, let's see. We do have some inquiries, I'm sure. 0201-277-0993 and 0201-465-7190. Meantime, Mrs. Weber, you were also talking about, you are going to tell us one or two examples of incidents that you can trace to red flags. You've only given us one.
Yes.
Can you give us one or two more?
The second one is it's actually, this is a red flag we've not spoken about, stalking. So the lady said, actually it wasn't the lady, it was the man. The man said that during courtship she will call him, where are you? Initially he thought, okay, she's very caring, she wants to know, I'm accountable to her, isn't it? But it got to a point where she will call him like 20 times. Where are you? Okay, I'm at the mechanic. That place is sounding very quiet. Are you sure you are there? I am. Okay, let's put it to video call. Let me speak with the mechanic.
Yes.
So he started to feel choked. Like, this is not normal. Why is this person, he didn't even know he was stalking. He just felt something is off. Unfortunately, it wasn't addressed during courtship, and then it now escalated in marriage.
Do you know some who have some influence in the telecoms industry could actually get your phone bugged?
Yes.
They clone your phone.
Track your phone.
They clone
track
it.
your car.
Is it clone or track?
Clone. So there's a way you clone another person's WhatsApp. So you receive all their messages.
Yes.
So it's called cloning.
I've heard of
They clone your WhatsApp.
That one is a very dangerous thing. I think one of the ways to do that is to put in some authentication.
Yeah, two-factor.
No, even when you have that.
I think there's a way they
even
can
when you have
bypass
that, yeah,
that too.
they can.
They can
They clone it,
Oh,
yeah.
In fact, there was one we saw that.
Oh dear.
The man was the one sending messages. He used his wife's number and was sending messages to somebody he thought she was having an affair with.
I think I saw that on
And the
TV
woman
or
was
something.
going mad. Like, I never had a conversation with this person. It was after much probing and much investigation that we actually found out that, the guy had actually.
There was a
tapped her
case
phone.
where the man thought the woman was checking out somebody.
Okay.
Then sent a WhatsApp message on the woman's cloned phone to the guy that sent me the pictures of your organ and stuff like that, and the man gladly said, "Oh, Abaso Oloro." Why have the phones gone dry? We haven't told you to call in. Some people are afraid to call in because they don't want their partner to hear. Because we've said if you've had any example, okay, we have a caller now. Feta. Calvin, can you please call in, please? I need to ask you a question. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir. We are not afraid to call in.
I know, Mrs. Oboli. Please go on.
Good morning, sir. Uncle Jimmy. The Lord is your strength to help my lesser.
Yes.
Good morning, Lecturer Uzo. Good morning.
Morning, Mr.
Madam
Oboli.
Taiwo.
Morning, ma'am.
Over-possessiveness is also a red flag.
Yeah.
Yes, we said that already.
Yeah.
Some people may think it is attention or care, but it is. When you are checking your husband's phone or your wife's phone, monitoring spirit is also part of red flag. So my question to Madam Vivo is this. Ma'am, what do you see or say to the rate of femicide presently? I'm not saying it's not happened to the men, but then the rate of femicide is quite high and it's on the rise.
Yeah.
What's your take on that, ma'am?
Yes,
Well done, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tisha, what does femicide mean?
When women are
being killed
by
their spouses.
Oh, that's. I mean, in the situation of things, I think that happens more than the other way around.
Yes, but it's really becoming very alarming trend. And we always say that every domestic violence case is a potential murder case.
Yeah.
It can be the last slap, just a shove.
Yes.
The person. We have a case like that. The man slapped her. She fell. Process of her falling, she hit her head on the stone.
On the stone.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Or when the woman is cutting yam.
And then
and the man starts to get her angry and he just swings to push him away. The knife cut his throat. So one of the red flags is do not go near a woman who is cutting meat, yam, or dodo. Always stay at a safe distance.
Yes, and just don't be abusive. Never resort to physical abuse to address a conflict. It doesn't work.
But let me ask you: in the days when we were growing up, was it that it could have been as much as this, or it's just that like the social media has I think. What do you think when we were growing up?
I think these issues have always been there.
Yeah.
It's a combination of, increase in awareness.
Okay.
And I think also women empowerment. There's a lot of things that our foremothers took that women of these days will not take.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why we're also recording a high rate of divorce.
Yes.
Because maybe, back in the days, the women were, very resilient. They were very tenacious.
Well, I also think that whether they were submissive.
It's not. I don't think it's submissiveness.
It's not, I don't think it's submissive. I don't think it's.
It's not.
So, and I think maybe we'll have another program where we really dissect submission.
Yes.
Because it's if there's mutual respect, there's love. Submission will come
naturally.
It's not until you say, I'm the man of the home, you will obey me. The fact that you even have to say, I'm the man.
You were never the man.
Let's pick that other. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Good morning, sir. Uncle Jimmy.
Sir.
In fact, I need to go to church to do the Thanksgiving because this is my first time calling.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying not to try, but I thank God that it's not going through.
Okay.
Yeah, now, my contribution, I just want to ask a question. Now, because we are being told, most especially in the church, that we should tolerate women. But I want to ask, why do women make the same mistakes their husband are complaining?
Why do what?
women make repeated mistakes that the husband is complaining.
Okay.
Oh, that
Maybe
the husband is
something
complaining
happened.
about. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So maybe the man was like, what you did, I don't like it. But the woman keeps complaining, and we are like, you keep tolerating.
Well, that
and
is
they keep
part.
doing it.
That is part of the red flags.
Exactly.
If you complain consistently to
You
your
don't address it.
partner
You don't stop
and
it.
the partner doesn't address it and doesn't admit, one of the things, if you have a partner who is not ready to admit when he or she is wrong, is a red flag. Is constantly arguing with you. I do not want to say avoid female lawyers because that is the belief. But I was just joking about that. Mrs. Viber, in any case, is a lawyer, so I don't want anyone. But I understand. But don't you also think, Mrs. Viber, that it also has to do with how you complain about it?
Exactly.
You know, he is talking at least with a lot of order.
Yeah.
He's a major general in the house, you know.
Yes, you know, and it can, if we're not careful, it can come across as nagging.
Yes,
So
on his part.
Yes, you're saying, oh, please leave the toilet
This
seat down.
mini skirt that I say I don't like.
I don't like it.
I don't want people to see your legs.
I don't want it. Maybe there's a way instead of I don't. When you do this, I feel. And you know, it comes back to communication. And I think the one area that we need to really, really do more, put more effort in is premarital counseling. So it's not just, the Bible says, the Quran says. How do you engage with this person you're about to go into a relationship with? What is that person's love language? You are here buying designer bags. Meanwhile, this person just wants quality time. And so there is that lack of understanding. Of course, there's going to be friction in the marriage.
What do you say, Musa?
Oh, seconded.
Well, I think that there's a lot of value in hanging out with somebody who has the same values with you and is your friend. And people have to learn to be a live and let live person. People cannot be exactly like you. You cannot be exactly like
Complement
them.
each other.
So you must find a way to complement each other and look the other way. But again, I'm sorry to say this. I'm saying it with a lot of responsibility. A lot of our people lack self-worth.
Because of the premium that is placed on marriage.
On marriage.
Oh,
a
thank
woman
God.
finishes university. The next thing is, okay, let's say NYSC.
Yeah.
Do NYSC. The next thing is, when are you
you
bringing the husband?
Yes. I know someone who.
Put on your mic and say something. Do not.
When she said when the woman finishes university, the next thing. So I was just saying they will say settle down.
Yeah.
Look for a man and settle down. And see if the marriage really settles you down.
You can have all the degrees. You can be a doctor. You can have a doctorate. If there is no MRS.
But also for people to learn, even if you are the chief justice, you're a wife.
Okay. What does that mean?
But also for the man also to respect that. Look, your wife is your jewel. You need to be very accommodating. Who needs to be more accommodating, the man or the woman?
I think
both partners.
But they might not is equal.
Because both of them have excesses.
Yes, they have egos. But this concept that it's only a man that has ego.
Yeah.
I think it should be jettisoned. Because women too have egos.
Some women, yeah.
They have expectations. You can't say that because the man is the man, always put his wishes over yours.
Above yours, yeah.
Or above yours. Every time.
Or below yours.
No, above.
Yes. Yes. See, everybody should pray to marry his friend.
That's it.
I'm telling you this, even if you're in another relationship with somebody who is your buddy, who is your friend, a lot of these issues won't even come up in real terms. Yeah. You'll be able to sit
and address them.
And what is most important is for people to have a sense of worth of themselves.
Yes. Because feel that they are complete.
Yes,
they
are
need
complete.
Somebody else
to complete them.
Me, I can't attend any family meeting on suspicion of infidelity and all these things that people. Anyway, my family, I think they know me. I'm not Jimi Disu. Because for me, it's not sacrosanct for you to be together.
It's not a do or die.
It's not a do or die. This is not a do elections now. Sorry, Obaseki. It is a do election, do or die. Do it, not do. I don't know whether it's going to that. Let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ladies and one Lord in the studio.
One what?
Lord.
One Lord.
I'm not the Lord, please. Please. Don't let Mr. Denny come and shoot me in the head. Yeah.
Hey, who's Ododoba?
Good morning, ma.
I've been trying to reach out to you on the other side of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. I thank God that you are here today. Yeah. So my name is Tina Youngwa.
Yes.
The question I want to ask is, what do we call this thing when a woman travels? You understand? So the man will be calling. When are you coming back?
He's missing her name.
So what do we call that?
Is that one a red flag?
It's not a red flag.
Well, it depends on how he says, when are you coming back? Yes. It also depends on how he asks, when are you coming back?
Obviously, he misses her.
No, he may miss her, but it may also be from, a stalking perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it depends. Did she tell him that she's traveling?
Of course.
Did she tell him how long
she's going to be away from?
They're in the same house.
I have couples that the person called and says he came home, he didn't see her.
Yes.
And then he called her and she says she
traveled.
Abuja.
No.
So there are some little things that we shouldn't take for granted.
That was even at relationship level is unacceptable.
It is.
I mean, it's just simple. Yes, let's be accountable to one
and just have
another.
mutual respect.
Yes. Oh yeah, let's take one more. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Ambassador Uzawan, I'm Mr. Denny. Good morning, everybody.
Morning. One name. What does one name mean?
This is Susama from Ijebu.
My sister, my brother.
So means that they call Odogu 1 and 2. What does that mean?
That's the title.
Oh, I have I have 2 titles in one, 2 in 1. Okay, go on. Odogu 1 and 2.
I want to ask.
Yes.
When a marriage is becoming so toxic,
yes,
what is the remedy? Is it to separate or divorce? Because the rate of divorce is becoming so alarming. Please.
Okay, let me rephrase that question, Mrs. Adeni. I hear that some churches, some religious houses do not accept divorce.
Yes.
Are you doing anything to work with them to make them change their mind? Because I know 1 or 2 marriages, for example, that have been down and out for close to 15 years. The woman cannot leave because she's been told that she cannot divorce and stuck there, And there's some element of domestic violence because the gentleman won't go near her. He's not even jealous at all in any manner possible. He doesn't care.
No interest.
No, he has absolutely no interest. Doesn't care about eating. Just lives his own independent life.
That's normal.
Are you working with these religious bodies, to
We are actually working with them because religion plays a huge factor in encouraging or discouraging the perpetration of gender-based violence. So we are engaging them on a regular basis. We've developed a module to guide them for premarital counseling.
Yes.
I'm very heavy on that because some of these things can be prevented. And they're letting them know that there are certain scriptures, or not even certain, scriptures should not be misquoted.
Yeah.
As you've said, some imagine going to meet a pastor and the pastor says, God hates divorce. But this man is killing me, either physically or emotionally.
Or
You're
both.
saying God hates divorce. So does God love injustice? So religious leaders must know when it's time to have interface with other organizations. You can't keep mediating, and keep opening the Bible or opening the Quran. There comes a time where you have to have interface with government. I've been handling this issue, this couple. It's like the issues are degenerating, government come and take over. And we are seeing religious clerics referring cases to us.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. And for people to know that it doesn't cost a dime.
All our services are free.
This is one good thing about Lagos State. By the way, I need to do a shout out to Professor Fabanwo of Lasut. Yes, he was very nice to us when we had a problem. So I know Lagos State, you are trying in domestic violence, in health, in education, some
our
other
themes
areas.
plus agenda.
Your what?
The themes.
I don't like political statement. I don't like to call it any agenda. It's all in a day's work. It's all in a day's work. I have a problem. Why do you people in government every time when you want to talk about your governor, you must put his name completely?
Governor Babajide
Sanwo-Olu, OFRACP, His Excellency, and everything must be tied. These things they're good. What they're doing is good, and the less political they are, I tell you, the better. So let me tell your colleagues back there is always part of our teams. There's no team's agenda. What you're doing is fantastic. The moment you even clout it in political terms, it looks as if it's done deliberately to.
Oh no,
Mrs. Viber, when are we meeting again?
Every month. Last
since
Friday.
Since when?
Oh.
Yes, I will cover you outside. Since when?
We said
our doors are
Friday
open. Our doors are open here.
Month,
okay, we have a new arrangement now.
Yes,
every last Friday
of
every month. Everybody is bearing witness to you. Uzo, tell you, yeah. By the way, Mrs. Babadini, anytime from now will be on Uzo's program at night. Yes. So those you night crawlers, you look forward to.
Can you speak pidgin?
How many?
I can try.
Okay.
I can.
Huh? You feel speak pidgin?
I feel try.
You feel try. Okay, this is where we're going to end. I'd like to thank Mrs. Viber for taking time to come out here tonight, and Uzo, who hasn't slept since last night. Thank you very much. Your face still looks bright. I don't know how you tend to do it. After not sleeping all night. Mrs. Viber, it's all night, the program. Did she tell you?
She did.
Give Mr. Adeni enough notice. Give him an open ticket to go and hang out with the boys. All right, thank you very much, folks. Next thing is what?
What's up, Lagos?
No, that's not how you say it.
What's up,
Lagos?
No. What's up, Lagos?
I'll see you all tomorrow.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.